It was a nice cool winter day down here in Miami, so I decided to take the ATV out for a shakedown run. I'd been having some problems with it recently, and I believe that I have fixed them. So this would be the first time I'd run it extensively since I'd corrected the problem. I went out west to Loop Road, one of my favorite areas. Loop Road is the highlighted in orange. It's about 40 to 60 miles west of Miami, depending on where you enter. And again, it's highlighted in orange. And I show the two entrances. The east entrance is to 40 Mile Bend on State Road 41, and the west entrance is Monroe Station, also on 41, but about 20 miles to the west. I went to a trail known as Pace's Dike. I've been here many times in the past, but this is the first time I've ridden the trail in its completely revised condition. They've added this huge parking lot and set it back from the gate, and they've made quite a few changes to it. So I've known about it. I just haven't ridden it. It's shown on the map as the little tiny white dot on Loop Road with the arrow pointing to it, and the trail lightly highlighted in orange. This is the Big Cypress National Preserve Loop Road trail map. Pace's Dike is shown on this map with the thick red arrow. It goes due south from Loop Road. I don't know how many miles, a few, and it's found about a little over 4 miles west of the Nature Center, which is an obvious landmark that you'll see if you enter from the 40 Mile Bend and go east. More flooding on Loop Road. I just thought I'd really make the point here. I started to suspect that it was going to be a wet ride when I was driving along Loop Road to get to Pace's Dike, and I started seeing a lot of flooding on the paved section of Loop Road. Now, you don't even usually see the flooding on the unpaved portions of Loop Road. But when you see flooding like this on the paved sections of Loop Road, they've had a lot of water. And it's literally flowing from the north side of the Everglades to the south side of the Everglades. And it was flooding the road in quite a few places. I don't ever recall seeing it this bad very many times, maybe 3 times. Not that I'm out there every week or anything, but I go out there, once or twice a year at the very least, maybe 4 times on a busy year to this particular location. I don't just go to Loop Road. But to see this much flooding in this many locations, I started to suspect that the water was going to be pretty high, and I wasn't disappointed. This is the entrance to Pace's Dike, the site where you park and you can ride into the Big Cypress from here. This is a trip in the Wayback Machine. This was the entrance probably around 15 years ago. This was the trail. If memory serves, the ATV is facing north, and the shot is of the trail viewing it going south. So this is probably about where the new entrance is. Okay, this is Pace's Dike. I don't even know if I want to go in here. It's wet. The water was high coming in, and it looks like it's going to be, this is usually not a wet trail, but it's wet today. So here's the rig. Everything seems to be okay so far. There's the trail. I'm going to go out a little ways and see how deep it is. And if I don't like it, I'll turn around and come back. And if I think it's okay, I'll gas up and head out. All right, it's daylight. I'm going to go get my backcountry pass. I'm going to run the water as much as I don't like it. But this thing's got a lot of maintenance coming up anyway, so this is going to be start number 4 after the problem. Let's see how it goes. Worked. This will get us a backcountry pass, or whatever they call it. In order to ride in Big Cypress, the vehicles have to be permitted through the ranger station, and then you have to go to these little stations here and fill out a backcountry pass, whether you're hunting, riding, hiking, or camping. And then you have to carry a copy of it with you at all times. Okay, I'm going to cut it off here because I'm in the witness protection program. Okay, we're just a minute in, and it might actually dry it out a little bit. So we'll see. I rode back in, and at this point, it was all about salvaging all the work I had done, prepping the ATV and loading it up and hauling it 60 miles west of Miami. So the next clips will be me riding on the access road. These culverts are common here. I see them like every half mile. They make a cool break in the tree line, especially as you progress this far into Loop Road. This is where it starts to get really nice because the trees do break and you can start to see all kinds of stuff. And you know, you'll see more wildlife, but you'll see like alligators in these at these culvert sites. And they just look cool. You'll see the camera panning around. I was actually looking on the side of the road to see if I could spot a python out, you know, trying to sun and get warm. But I think it was too early for the amphibians because I didn't see any alligators either. Although I did on the way back. I saw a monster, at least 8 foot, probably closer to 10. Let's see if we can see a gator. They'll be out, no doubt about it. As cold as it is today, look at the size of this bird. I believe, I'm not sure. It might either be a wood stork. I think it's a wood stork. But I'm getting, and then there's another, I forget what it's called, like an egret, I think. I believe that was a wood stork. It was a white dot on the right side of the road at the area of the culvert that you saw as I was driving up to it. And he actually just landed a little ways down the road, and I would drive up on him again, and he really, you know, was annoyed by me, but not afraid to where he would feel like he had to vacate the area. And there were actually a couple of them, and a lot of egrets, and, you know, a lot of wading birds and things like that. But a lot of birds. And there was even one that was up in a tree, and he let me drive right under him. And I even made a comment about, you know, with my luck, he'd probably crap on me or something. But a lot of birds out. Saw one alligator, and that was it. I guess I just didn't, you know, I actually didn't see a lot of them on the drive home either, which I usually do on the State Road 41 canal. But I don't know, man. Sure was the day for it. I know if you would have gone west on 41, you'd have seen 100 of them, but just not in this area. He let me get right up on him. I thought he was going to let me go under him. Okay, landed in the tree right by a culvert. Okay, well, there's another one up there. It's probably the same pair, who knows. So he's up there. I don't know if it's coming out on the video. And I'm going to let it roll because I'm hoping there's an alligator in here too. No alligator, but I think that bird is for sure. Oh, look, it's right under. Probably crap on me. So that was it. I believe that was a wood stork, and he was up in the tree at the end of the clip. You could just see him in the last few seconds. Okay, we're coming up on the most scenic place, in my opinion, on the Loop Road, and that's at Sweetwater Strand. This is the most scenic part of Loop Road in many people's opinions. You'll see people stopped up here at the corner all the time, you know, gawking, taking pictures. The little camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's an open area, and there's typically wildlife there, and it is very scenic. I'll get a better view of it when I turn around. I'm going to turn around right up here. I'm going to do a 3-point turn and start heading back, and that'll be the next shot. Is going back, and I show a better view of what looks like a little river that goes back into the forest there. The nicest spot in here, in my opinion. I mean, people just sit here and park. So that's it. You made it through the salvaged ride at Pace's Dike.